Less than P data end equals 478 data start equals 89 greater than. It's been one of the darkest weekends in Minnesota's recent history, and one that sent shockwaves far beyond the state lines. The name Vance Bolter will now forever be associated with a horrific act of politically motivated violence that claimed the lives of State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, and left State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette seriously injured. Less than emp data end equals 1134 data start equals 480 greater than Bulletter 57 was finally captured late Sunday night, found crawling in a rural field in Sibley County, a remote area just over an hour outside Minneapolis. He was armed at the time, but taken into custody without further violence. The operation that led to his arrest was massive. Almost 200 officers, including 20 specialized SWAT teams, fanned out across the countryside. At one point, officers located his abandoned vehicle and iconic cowboy hat near Green Isle, prompting an intense and focused search. After nearly 48 hours of unease, Minnesota State Patrol officers finally placed him in handcuffs, ending the largest manhunt in the state's history. Less than P data end equals 1624 data start equals 1136 greater than. According to authorities, Bolter impersonated law enforcement to gain access to the victims' homes. At 2 a.m. Saturday, he appeared at Senator Hoffman's door in Champlin, masked and dressed as a police officer, driving a Ford SUV rigged to look like a patrol vehicle. Shortly after, he fatally shot Representative Hortman and her husband, Mark, at their Brooklyn Park residence. He exchanged gunfire with responding officers before fleeing on foot through the house and into the surrounding woods. Less than P data end equals 2025 data start equals 1626 greater than. What followed was a tense, painful manhunt filled with uncertainty. Bolter left behind not just weapons, 3 semi-automatic rifles and 2 handguns, but a chilling notebook containing a hit list of nearly 70 names. This list included not only state politicians from Minnesota, but also public figures from Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Nebraska, and Iowa. Many of them advocates for abortion rights. Less than app data end equals 2521 data start equals 2027 greater than. The attack appears to have been a calculated and ideologically driven attempt to sow terror within the political fabric of Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz, visibly shaken during a press conference, called the act a politically motivated assassination. He praised law enforcement's swift, unified response, and highlighted the emotional toll this tragedy has taken on the state. Melissa Hortman was the core of who our values were, he said. We lost more than a leader. We lost a moral compass. Less than ape data end equals 2839, data start equals 2523, greater than Senator Hoffman, who underwent multiple surgeries after taking 9 bullets, is still fighting to recover. His wife, Yvette, who was shot 8 times herself, shared her gratitude for the public's support, calling the outpouring of love and concern humbling. She said simply, "We are incredibly lucky to be alive." Less than P data end equals 3276 data is last node equals data is only node equals data start equals 2841 greater than. As Bolter awaits formal arraignment on 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 of attempted murder, the state now begins the long process of healing. But the deep emotional scar left by these events, and the questions it raises about political safety and the dangers of extremism, will not fade anytime soon. Minnesota, and the nation, must now reckon with this violent breach of democracy, and ensure it never becomes the new normal. Stay subscribed for more videos.